starting with a very lighter topic, the legal framework of banks. So you all know banking in India is primarily regulated by Banking Regulation Act 1949 and Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. Banking is a company, am I right? So any company that is formed in India as per the Companies Act 1956 or the latest Companies Act 2013 are necessarily governed by the Companies Act only. But banking is a different company. That's why we are different. We all are different than other employees, right? Other employees has one or two kinds of pressure. We deal with a lots of pressure. So bankers are different from every other being on earth. Okay, इसलिए bankers का दर्द, that's why the pain of a banker is never understood even by their family members. They say कि somebody is working in IT company, he is coming home in time, but you are not coming in time. Somebody is working as a school teacher, he is also coming in time, giving ample time to his family members. But why don't you come in time? Why you come with so much of pressure? Do you only do the job in India? There are so many people in our neighborhood do the job, but no, we deal with so many things. This public money, public pressure, public dealing. Anything that is related to public is always very, very bizarre, right? So banking, whenever they say others are also doing private company jobs, others are also doing government jobs, but why your job is so special? Why you are so tensed? Why you are so serious? Why don't you give time? You say all these people are ruled by the Companies Act. They are working in a company. They are governed by Companies Act. But we bankers, our companies are governed by too many laws, and especially Banking Regulation Act, Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. At least these two acts are predominant to govern a bank. Am I right? Am I right? Apart from the Companies Act 2013, otherwise the registration would not have been possible. Are you all getting me? All other companies on earth are governed by the Companies Act because they are a company. But banking company is governed by Banking Regulation Act, Reserve Bank of India Act, Companies Act, then so many other acts, RTI Act, Income Tax Act, because there are TDS, GST has to be deducted, so GST Act, contract law, so many things, okay? Mortgage, so many things will come into effect. You name the act, banking companies has to deal with it. That's why FEMA, yes, FEMA. That's why whenever it comes to banking exams, be it promotion exam coming up for our IBPS students very soon, so they are now asking questions apart from banking. They are asking Companies Act, they are asking RTI, Consumer Redressal Forum, anything on earth. So banking is a very, very peculiar kind of job, very toxic, at the same time very complex, because banking in India is a highly regulated business. You can't do anything of your own. You deal with a lots of cash every day, but can you take away 10 rupee from your cash vault? As a clerk, as a branch manager, you deal with crores of rupees every day. Can you take away at the evening without telling your balance? Can you take away 10 rupees from your cash vault? No, you can't see it. You can only see it. Top 100 MCQ. Yes. Getting my point? Control over banks from establishment to closure is exercised by Reserve Bank of India and the Government of India under these acts. Regulatory provisions vary based on bank's constitution, whether it is statutory corporation, banking company, or a cooperative society. Even in banks, there are so many kinds of banks: universal bank, small finance bank, payment banks, RRBs, cooperative banks. In cooperative, there are UCBs, urban cooperatives, cooperative societies. Then RBI also governs the NBFCs. There are different rules for NBFCs. Now NBFCs are categorized as layers, upper layer, etc. Right? If you are looking to join a public sector bank in the year 2025, then you are in the right destination. Knowledgist is India's only professional banking and lateral entry platform completely dedicated for lateral entry examinations in banking industry from last 4 years. We are the first ever channel in India to kickstart or to start the trend. So don't hesitate to join our dedicated batches, focused batches for your preparation. Everything is available in your application in both Android and iOS, also in our website. For more guidance, you can also WhatsApp us on the number shown on your screen. So see you in the other side of Knowledgist. Stay prepared, stay focused. May the year 2025 bring you selection. Thank you. So many complex things, right? Creation of a bank. Banks in India are licensed by Reserve Bank of India under Section 22 of the Banking Regulation Act and are incorporated as companies following the provisions of Companies. They are just registered as per Companies Act, but nothing works as a Companies Act. Everything works on BR Act and RBI Act. Okay. So under which section banks are licensed? Getting my point? So now how banks are created? How banks are created? By on-tap licensing. What is on-tap licensing? Whenever you are eligible, and think I can also start a bank. I can also start a bank with 10 years plus of banking experience, with lots of cash with hand. You can go and ask RBI, please give me a license. RBI will scrutinize everything and they will never give license to me, even if I have money. But still, anyone having 10 plus years of banking experience, and there are n number of criteria, they can go and apply for a bank. So that is called on-tap license. Otherwise, what was happening in the time of Bandhan Bank getting the license, IDFC getting the license? RBI has to open a window inviting application from the eligible players. Please come and apply for bank license from 10th to 20th, like you apply for exams in interviews, bank promotions, CBO for other banks from 10th to 25th. You fill the application. So similarly, there are windows, but now it is on tap. Whenever you have money, whenever you have eligibility, you come and go and apply. Right? Like Tatas have applied, they have withdrawn. Right? Why Tatas have withdrawn? Why Reliance don't have a bank? If Pravanjan Tripathi says IPS Bimal Jalan Committee, very good Rohit Singh, मुझसे ज्यादा नॉलेज आपके पास है. पुष्पराज सिंह बोलने के आपके आने से कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया. आप लोगों के साथ क्लास करने पर मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ गया. Why Reliance doesn't have a banking license? When Pravanjan Tripathi says that I can also go and apply for a bank, why Mukesh Ambani is shying away from getting a bank license? Because RBI will never give banking license to conglomerates. Why? Why RBI will never give banking license to conglomerates, big corporates? Why they will never give license? Even Tatas, Birlas and Ambanis, Adanis can never get a banking license. Conglomerates means big corporates having so many groups. They are not given banking license because of the simple reason of siphoning of funds. Okay, misuse of funds. When corporates have access to cheap money, banks are having access to cheap money. That's why banks and NBFCs are different. Banks can get money at 0% cost. When Reliance will have access to 0% cost, they will go and buy all the companies on earth because they are getting money at 0%. How you get money at 0%? If somebody comes and opens a current account with you and says, sir, I am opening a current account, I will take no charge from you, and whenever I transact more than the desired number, I will pay you fee. मैं अपना पैसा रखूंगा और ऊपर से आपको पैसा दूंगा रखने के लिए. This happens in US and Japan. When you take the banking service, you have to pay money to the bank to keep your money in the bank. But in India, as we don't have a saving habit, we are being paid to keep money in the bank. But soon, after 10, 40 years, or when Narendra Modi ji says that India will become a developed country, by which date? By which year India will become a developed country? By which year India will become a developed country? 2047. 2047, 2047, 2070 mat boliye. On 2047, when you will open an account with bank will say, sir, you are keeping 10 crores in your bank account every month. Please give me at least 50,000 as a fee. That will happen someday. When banking will become a habit, banks will keep charging. In India, saving in banks is never a habit. It is a compulsion. There were Jan Dhan accounts, there were DBT transfers. That's why many people came to the banking arena. Otherwise, nobody would have cared to come into a bank because they think someday the government will take away all our money. That was just a sample session you were enjoying. The detailed class, full length class, along with the complete syllabus is covered in the internal batch. Don't hesitate to join the dedicated course from the links given in this video, from the links given on your video description and comment section. So see you inside, and I wish you to succeed in the CBI vacancy. Thank you.